And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and welcome to Scotty Ray's Weather. I guess the old term, we're off to the races, and we are at that as we monitor weather today as the possibility of severe weather coming into our area. Now, if you're listening to me anywhere in the state of Mississippi and the edge of West Alabama, be prepared because the weather could come to you. And weather does not pick neighborhoods, it just goes. It can get anybody. So we want everybody to be safe and pay attention, have a weather plan today. If you wouldn't mind, share this with somebody, invite somebody to it so they're aware of what's going on with the weather. We'll break it down. We'll go street by street as this day goes forward to let you know where you live, how close it is to you, and when you need to seek shelter. We'll work on all that today and move forward with the weather forecast. Let's start with what I know about closings this morning. And if I do not mention a closing that you know of, pass that along to me, inbox me so we can add that to the list. Now, what I do not know about so far this morning, Russell Christian Academy, I haven't gotten a note if there are any changes to the regular schedule. Lamar School, and also East Central Community College there in Decatur. I have not gotten any word on those three places so far this morning. But if you've got a business, if you've got a school, whatever the case may be, inbox me and we'll pass that information along and share it with everybody. All right, let's go through what we have at this point. Meridian Public Schools will have virtual learning today. Newton County Schools District will dismiss at 12 noon. Quitman School District is going to have virtual learning, and Enterprise School District will have early dismissal at 11:30. As we go to Mississippi State, 11 a.m. dismissal. Neshoba County School District, 1 p.m. dismissal. Philadelphia Public Schools, 12:30 dismissal. And Kemper County Schools will have virtual learning. Kemper Academy will be closed today. East Mississippi Community College is closed. Union Public Schools will have a high noon dismissal. Nanawaya School District, this includes Louisville in with that, dismissal at 11:15 a.m. Newton County Academy will be a noon dismissal. Daddy's Hands Daycare in Collinsville will dismiss today at 12 noon. Winston Academy will have 11:30 a.m. dismissal for junior high and high school will dismiss at 11:45. City of Carthage, the office will close at 11. Leake Academy will dismiss all of them by 11:15. The Lauderdale County Schools, we did get that. Lauderdale County will dismiss today at noon. MCC will close at noon also. They're moving an event that they had renaming Ivy Hall. That's going to be moved to next week. And I may have brought up Newton County Academy, but let's go back over that. Newton County Academy, K through 5 dismisses at 11:30. First through third at 11:40, fourth through sixth at 11:50, and then the high school side, 7th through 12th grade, will dismiss this morning at noon. So if you've got kids in those areas, that's the rundown of what we have so far. Again, if I did not mention your school, please inbox me so we can add that to everybody else will know what's going on with your school. I'm scanning here. And I wanted to say good morning to someone because I missed this last night. A sweet little girl I was supposed to say hello to. I was going to say her name, and somehow I missed that out in Collinsville. Miss Kennedy Poe, good morning. I hope your day is going well and you're up at Adam. Glad to have you out there. Hope you have a good day. Be good for your mama there. Let's see. Jer Irvin is watching this morning. Also, Joyce Godwin. Let's see. Lisa Fisher, morning. Good morning from Philadelphia. Joy Seal, glad you're up and Adam. Sylvia Stewart. Chris Spears, thanks for keeping us informed anytime. Terry Ray is up. She needs a boat where she's at. Elmer Talbert is watching. So is Maggie Roberts. Jeff Lewis, how you been, brother? Sissy McKee is up. LaWanda Grantham. LaWanda said West Lauderdale Elementary will dismiss at 11:45 this morning. Appreciate that. Watching from Damascus, Charlotte Hagan. Now, let's switch gears just a minute here and talk about the severe weather of what we expect today and what's going on because we've got some upgrades. And again, remember, with anything that the National Weather Service gives us as a timeline, it can go either way, a little earlier, a little later. So as we have the timelines, let's keep that in mind. Let's pull this up. Now, this is the very latest. There has been an upgrade to the state of Mississippi. This is the Philadelphia, Kemper County area and over to Leake. right through here, this line here. And I'll pull up my map so we can go across and look at this. The Meridian, taking in Clark County, Jasper County, and all this area back to Jackson and up through Greenwood is still a 4. This is a center of this. It's 5. That's going to be worst of the worst. But again, if you live in Brookhaven, it can just as easily fire off there and be a tornado. But this is the more likely area. If you live in here from Philadelphia to Columbus, and we'll go on to the edge of Alabama and name those towns, a very high risk area today. Tornadoes are likely. They could be long track tornadoes, meaning once they hit the ground, they could travel many, many miles before letting up. Winds greater than 80 miles an hour, destructive baseball size hail. You've seen these videos of the storm chasers that get into this and it just tears cars up. The Meridian area is a moderate risk, which means up to 80 miles an hour and long track tornadoes possible. And as you go down, 70 mile an hour winds involved in here. As you just keep going, those colors gets a little bit worse. Our timeline west of Vicksburg into Louisiana is going to be from 10 until 4, from Vicksburg to Jackson to about a line there, Morton area, 11 o'clock to 6 p.m. And then from Morton back over to the Meridian area, Demopolis area is going to be from noon until 7 p.m. Demopolis will push this till 8 o'clock most likely. So that's where we are on these timelines. Be weather alert. Be ready to jump at any time. As we look at North Mississippi of what they're offering from the National Weather Service, they take this on up into the Tennessee area there, right across the line there. And we'll look at that on my map there to give you a better view of what's going on there. As we move forward here, this is the Alabama side. This is going to be just north of Tuscaloosa, taking in Hamilton, Alabama. From 11 until 8 is what they're giving this, the bad weather there. 1 p.m. To 11 p.m. for Birmingham area, and then over to the Auburn area, 7 p.m. to midnight. As we look at severe storms, as we go down the Mobile area, as they put this, they're putting Butler, which is our area there in Leaksville, across over to Bruton, Alabama, and Mobile into a slight risk there. And the further up, it keeps getting higher there to give a bird's eye view of what's happening to the south there. As we look at flooding, Mobile puts Wiggins, Mississippi, Leaksville, possibility of limited flooding there up to Butler, Alabama. As we look at strong winds today, and we're going to have them, it's going to be strong winds, sustained winds of 20 to 30 miles an hour. We could have gusts of 35 to 45 miles an hour, and this is where we could lose power. If you look at this whole area down to Hattiesburg here, Laurel, Meridian, Philadelphia, Columbus, over to Greenville, with a lot of rain that can knock power lines out, trees fall, limbs fall, and could be devastating without power from time to time. We want to keep that in mind. Flash flooding today, what could happen? The Meridian area we've got here from up to Columbus here, down to Laurel, Hattiesburg area, a limited threat there late in the afternoon from 1 to 3 inches. And they've been, at one point we were supposed to maybe get 4 inches. They've backed that down to about 3 inches of rain locally, up to that amount. Doesn't mean that we'll necessarily get all 3 inches, but up to that amount is what we could get. As we look at temperatures over the next few days, this is what we're expecting here to be kind of normal for a March day as we head into April there. No biggies, no big changes. Hello, little girl. That's Miss Sophie, who comes up and visits every once in a while to the studio. And let's see here as we go across today. Let's look at our record highs. It was 1907 that a record high, 88. That was a warm day. And we went back for our low to 1966. It was 24 degrees on this date. That was a cold day for us. As we look at our extended forecast here, we see that today hits 77 tomorrow, all the way to 83 on Saturday. Now, Friday's going to be our best-looking day there with a 10% chance of rain. Sunshine for the most part. Rain moves back into the forecast over the weekend and then gradually picks up after Tuesday there. So wet stuff in the forecast is up and coming. As we looked at those temperatures for long-term for now as we head into April, we show, and then again, you can't hold this because Mother Nature changes, but this is just a quick look at what we've got. 70-degree weather, almost getting up to 80 degrees by the 7th, about 78 degrees there as we move into April there. So warm temperatures in the forecast. Now, let's go back over and let's talk about what's going on with radar now and show you where these extreme areas are today and what to expect. All right, let's first look at our rain showers of what we've got right now. Let's pull this up. Right now, as we back out and look at this, Meridian and Noxubee County are going to have the most rain. Let's zoom in on this. If you live in these areas here, this is going to be the West Lauderdale area here. This is going to be out by Battlefield Raceway there on Highway 19, just north of Collinsville, past the four-way stop. As we step over the Newton County line, we've got some showers. 494, the Duffy area. Y'all are getting a lot of rain this morning. And just west of West Lauderdale High School, just about at West Lauderdale High School now. 19 getting that rain as you go into Neshoba County. Herbert Springs up here by 494. A lot of rain. Hadn't quite made it up to House, up to Talbot Enterprises, but making its way. As we look into that southwest corner of Kemper County, a lot of rain coming down there. This is Damascus here. To the southwest of there, if we go in here, Rio. Y'all are getting a lot of rain right now. In any of these areas here around Calvert Road, as you go across Zion Hampton Road and Zion Road, that's a lot of rain coming down, heavy showers, so keep that in mind. As we back out, light showers there in the northwest corner, and we're going up here just west of Sugarlock, and we show that we've got showers there as well. Here's Highway 14 that heads to Louisville. South of there and west of Sugarlock is the worst of the rain that we've got right there on the Winston County line. You've got Fern Springs here, and then as you move east into Noxubee County there, a lot of rain there. Macedonia area, y'all are getting flooded on right now. And we go east of Highway 45. We got showers out here as you would go out to the Prairie Point area. There's Prairie Point there. So a lot of rain there. As we go south of Meridian, let's look at this. Turn this off where you can see what's going on here. Not too much happening right now. All right, let's look at severe weather today. So you'll know exactly what's happening today, of where the storm area is and what to expect. Let's back out and look at the big picture here of what's going on. We see from New Orleans, Gulfport, Mobile, Alabama, all this area up to Shreveport to Little Rock is going to be a 2 class of severe weather today. We move in a little bit closer here. We look at this ring from Hattiesburg all the way up to Wayne County is going to be a 3. We get into Clark County, and now this is going to be just about Shibuda, just north of Shibuda. Let's look at this here. Let's zoom in down here. This is Carmichael right here, and this is going to be over at Manassas. Y'all, Manassas is included in this 4 area, as well as Highway 18 there at Harmony Baptist Church. This is Jay's Taxidermy right here in the landfill. This area here is the line of where we've got it. Heidelberg is the line of moving to a 4. Raleigh, you're in this 4. Let's turn this off and look at this as it goes around. Now, right above this, Demopolis, y'all are still a 4. Livingston, Alabama, Utah, Tuscaloosa. As we go just north out of Meridian, this is the area that is going to be the center of attention to where tornadic activity could be very dangerous. Now, anywhere in here is bad. This goes up that extra level here. From Carthage, Mississippi, go over east. This is Neshoba County here. It's going to take in all of Neshoba County and barely bump into Newton County here. Now, you're not going to know the difference if you live here in this neck of the woods, and this is going to be the Little Rock area. Dollar General there in Union is included in this high-risk area, as well as the Dixon community right here at the Linwood Baptist Church, y'all in all of House. And as you go past Battlefield drag strip there on 19, about a mile up the road, mile and a half, we'll put that at the Newton Martin Road, is the line there of where this moves to a 5. High risk. This is going to move northeasterly into Kemper County. This is 495 here. This is 493. The power plant is included in that high-risk area, as well as Damascus Volunteer Fire Department. As you zoom in a little bit closer here, let's look at some of these roads. This is going to be Klondike. Just north of Klondike, it will switch to a 5. And if you live Little Hopewell Road or on, what is this, Charles Chisholm Road, that is the line there of moving it to a 5. We cut across Kemper County and go through Kipling. We just west of the Chicken Shack over to where the Cowboy Church is, hits into that 5 area and across, taking in Electric Mills right through the land of Botka Valley. All of Giles will be a 5. And getting into Geiger, Alabama, y'all are in it. We follow this up through Warsaw, Alabama, and we go over to Pleasant Ridge and up. Let's see where we're at. Over here. That's Lewiston, Alabama, and we'll go all the way up. Let's look at this, how this goes through Alabama here. This is going to be Berry, Jasper, Alabama, Coleman, Alabama, just west of there, up to Decatur. And once it gets to Decatur, Huntsville area, it's going to go back northwest and go in through Pulaski, Tennessee, Waynesboro, Tennessee, Clifton, and then it circles back around, back over to Oxford, Mississippi, straight down through Grenada, and then just east, let's see here, down to Carthage, and then back over to Neshoba County. This is the area that's going to be watched by the whole world today. This is the highlight of what is happening across America. All eyes will be on this area. As we show here just to the southeast of Memphis today, we've got, this is barely in the edge of Mississippi, getting ready to go into Tennessee here. We're in that Mississippi, Sladen, Mississippi. We got some sheer winds of 58 miles an hour this morning right there. So this is the line, what we're watching, of how serious of a weather condition we could have today. By all means, something to watch. It's very dangerous. Have a weather plan. Do not take this as, oh, well, nothing happened last week, because it very well could. I'll be here throughout the day to watch this. We want everybody to remain safe and make sure that you're on top of things. We don't want anybody hurt today. As we continue down here, let's see here. Janet Parrott is watching, and Miss Ann Cook is up. Thank you, girl. Galen Bradshaw is watching this morning, along with Lynn Anderson, watching from big city of Shucktown. Let's see. Good morning from Northeast area. Terry Carlisle, how are you doing? Janice Bounds is up. Justin Ward. Also Miss Gail Gathford. My sensors on my front porch keep coming on. Don't hear anything. Wind most likely causing all of that. From Philadelphia, Helen Stubblefield. Newton County Academy would dismiss at 12 noon today, Nancy Reed said. Thank you. Good morning from Newton County, Melinda Nelson. We've got all areas up and at 'em today. Union schools will dismiss at 12, Tammy Douglas says. Let's see. Also, good morning to Skylar Riff. JT Rigdon is watching. Raining hard in Damascus. And let's see, you're watching from Tuscaloosa. We appreciate Tuscaloosa, Alabama, watching there. Also watching from Meridian, Sharon Johnson. We appreciate that. And that was Sarah Welch. Thank you, Sarah Jo. Good morning to Patty Collins watching also. It's a scary Frederick. Jeannie Calvert. Let's see here. Gail is back there. Let's see. As we go down there, I was making sure. Good morning from Enterprise, Jan Gunn. Morning from Louisville. How are y'all up there in Louisville today? Just got power back on. William Beckham says that's great news. And as we go to MCC is dismissing at 12 noon. Jennifer Webb passed that along to us. Newton County Schools dismissing at 12. Southeast schools, Cindy Woodall said, will dismiss at 12. So if there's any of the schools that I missed, please post those so we can share those with everyone. And let's take a look, because we do expect power outages today. That's going to come. I've already spoke to EMEPA last night. They're ready to roll should something come up. Let's pull up statewide of what we've got power outages so far this morning. Let me go back and hit a couple buttons so it'll show here what we got. As we look at this state of Mississippi, let's go in and look. Newton County has 852 without power. Kemper's Lauderdale 0. Kemper has 3, and Neshoba has 20 without power right now. So as we go down and we look at this, Central Electric, 872 customers are without power. So we'll watch Central Electric, and hopefully that will come back on pretty quickly. That's what we're hoping. Let me go over and hit a button and pull up Central Electric's webpage to where they show what's going on. Let's see what they've got to show us this morning. And here we go. Here's Central Electric. That must be old data, because that's updated now and it's only one out. So that is, they hadn't refreshed the national map that shows where the power outage is out. That's good. That's real good. As we go down through here, nothing else just huge in our area. They're trying to get those back on that are out. But again, do expect power outages throughout the day due to this weather. We've got a lot of rain that has fell, and when the high winds hit this, and we got a lot of it, it's going to just topple trees. So be ready. That's what's going to go on. Now, I'll be back here in just a little while at 8:30 with Candace, and we'll go back over this. And should it be necessary, we'll go before that. But we're expecting the weather to be around noon, 1 o'clock, start getting conditions where things could happen. But we'll be back at 8:30 to discuss all this. If you've got anything that I've missed, inbox me, please, so we can pass that on. Again, take this very serious. Please share my page. Invite anybody that you might know so they can keep up with the weather. Once we go live, we'll be on this. We'll let you know as it gets near your home. That's what's important, and have your tornado plan ready. Very, very important. We'll have more going on this morning. Big thank you to all the sponsors. We'll get into thanking everybody and getting that taken care of here in just a little while. Praying for everyone, as Linda Culpepper says, and prayer does help. Let's keep that in mind. Again, thank you for coming by. We'll have more on the way as we monitor the weather this morning. Just be safe no matter where you are. We'll have more of this to come here this morning.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by